Hey everyone, Ryan Cratch here, and I want to be the first to welcome you to Jurassic Park. I've always wanted to do that, but I still think John Hammond does it better in the first Jurassic Park, don't you think? Richard was so perfect to play John Hammond. Sad to hear that he passed away. Oh, it's been a while now, but he was just so perfect for that role. And I got to see him a little bit in The Lost World, but it wasn't that much. It was like maybe like 5 minutes of the film. But if you go back to the first Jurassic Park in '93. He created the DNA with the, if you remember those little canes with the mosquitoes. Got the DNA. That's how we got the DNA. I know it's just a movie, but it could possibly could happen, don't you think? So in the first one, the park, he was trying to get the park open. He had brought these lawyers and doctors and people who will actually dig up these old fossils, and actually got to see the dinosaurs alive. Wouldn't that be incredible? I think that would be incredible, but I would not. I don't know if I would want to go to the island because you got all these raptors and T-Rexes and all that. I guess you just gotta stay away. In the first one, they're so isolated in different areas. So maybe if it was thunderstorm didn't come in and throw out the power and everything, maybe it might have been a good park. Maybe. So if you go back to actually go back 3 years from this date, like 2015. Jurassic World, yes, this time they still, believe it or not, after 14 years after the third one in 2001, Jurassic Park 3, up to 14 years after that, which is 2015, they just still decided to open the theme park. And yes, what does happen? They people of Jurassic Park decided to merge two DNAs together to create a new dinosaur. Is that smart? This smells like a formula of disaster again, don't you think? Especially if there's a camouflage to it. This thing can hide and try to strike at you and you're not aware of it. I don't think so. This is a little creepy for me. But I still liked the first Jurassic World. But once again, in Jurassic World 2, it's not 2, but it's Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, they still have mixed these DNAs together. What's up with the people of Jurassic Park? Are you really gonna start mixing DNA together? It's not a very smart thing to do. It's a form of disaster once again. And let me say, in the other Jurassic World, it was a little tops. They listed dinosaur names, also said the other one was classified. They're not going to tell, but you kind of see where that one was going. This one is a little more creepier. I don't want to say it for those who haven't seen it, but go see it because the second Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom is got an interesting and different formula, I gotta say. Only because I don't want to give too much away, but what you see in the trailer is what you kind of get. When I say that, there's not much stuff from the island. A good amount of it, I believe the second half is mostly on land. And I gotta say, this one was better because if you go back to The Lost World in '97, the last 10-15 minutes, the T-Rex got loose on the mainland of San Diego. It was funny, but I don't know. It didn't really work for me, I don't think. It was fun, but I just feel they could have closed it on the island in The Lost World. But if going back to this most recent Jurassic World movie, I thought this was a good formula. It was different, I gotta say, for any Jurassic World. I always like seeing the island though, because you know the setting's Hawaii, and that's a perfect place to shoot these movies because you got the perfect locations of beaches and forest areas. I don't know if the forest areas are part of Hawaii. It's probably some of it is. And I know it's a mixture of different areas probably. But I would recommend this. Chris Pratt's character, Owen, if you remember, Raptor from the last Jurassic World movie, he got what's a chat strip. He kind of grew up blue. In the second one, you got see clips of him actually raising him up and everything. I thought that was really cool. This is the reason they go back to the island and find out that, guess what? There's even more disaster than dinosaurs on this island. There's a volcano eruption. Yeah, and to try to outrun a volcano eruption. Not really realistic, but it is a fun movie. And you got these dinosaurs trying to attack at the same time. Yeah, a little silly. But the action sequences in this movie were good, moving away from the island. I gotta say the island adventure is pretty fun just as well. But when you get to the mainland, it starts getting creative and creative, different suspense and everything, because the villainous one is trying to auction off dinosaurs. I don't know if that's a smart idea or not. Would you like to have a dinosaur as a pet? Expect a raptor, T-Rex or something like that. That's gonna bite your hand off. Where's my hand? Oh no! Or even worse, it might take my whole body to chop. You've seen these Jurassic Park movies. You've seen a guy, T-Rex is taking a body and just breaking it apart. Ew. That's disgusting, isn't it? Yeah, and also in the first Jurassic Park movie, the first one that is taken, of course, is sitting on a stall. Yeah. You know I'm going from there. But the death scenes in these movies have been well creative, and I think in this most recent Jurassic World movie, they kind of do push the envelope a little bit, but not as much. I've been saying this off the bat right now. I'm giving this movie a B-. This movie tried so hard, but nothing can't surpass their first original Jurassic Park. It's got a first Jurassic Park. It says, I know it might move a little slow, but it's got that suspense and everything. I'm trying to think now. Hold on. Oh yeah, that's right. His name's B.D. Wong. He was in the first Jurassic Park movie, and he returned in Jurassic World to be another Jurassic Park staff member, but he even got a bigger role, it seems like. And in this second one, you kind of see that even more, which kind of seems the role of a villain. I don't think John Hammond, I don't see John Hammond as a villain. I see more of him as a kid at heart, because it's kind of like, I'm going to bring Walt Disney in here for a second, because Walt Disney had a dream of building a park. It's almost like the same thing that what John Hammond wanted. He liked dinosaurs, and he wanted to create a park of realistic dinosaurs for people to see. He's a kid at heart, that's how I see it. And I just think the story was well devolved around him. Richard was the best. I know I've already said that. He just stood out so well. And the thing I want to say too is this movie kind of did open it up for another film. And once again, I do not like giving out spoilers, but I think it would be really cool if they brought the old team back from the first Jurassic Park into this, hopefully the last Jurassic Park of the series, hopefully. But it's hard to tell, because this franchise is doing so well. Hey, this movie grossed 150 million on the first weekend. That's pretty impressive, I gotta say. And I gotta say, because of that, stuff like this too, they're building, and we're not building a new ride, but Jurassic Park River Raft ride at the Universal Studio. I don't know if it's all of them, but I know the one here in Hollywood, California. Their park's going to be closed down for a certain amount of time. I don't know, maybe a month or something like that, but they're trying to adjust it now to a Jurassic World experience. I know it's called Jurassic Park. It's still a river raft ride, but they're just adding more dinosaurs and more effects to just like this new film, Jurassic World. So that should be interesting, I gotta say. So I really hope they get to bring back some people from this last one. I'd like to take Dr. Grant. That'd be cool. Ellie, Ian, Malcolm. Even, it would be cool to even see those kids again. Tim and Lex. Lex or Lexi? I think it was both in the movie. But it would be really cool to bring them back. See how, especially Tim and Lexi, how they have grown up throughout the years and everything. What is it? I just said 25 years, so seeing them all grown up and acting is the most recent. Hopefully it could be the last in the series. I just hate for them to keep on dragging on like I'm kind of doing right now, so I'm gonna actually try to wrap this up now. I would love to hear opinions out there. Give me your opinions. As a movie critic, I like to hear other people's opinions about films just as well. I got my own opinion this as well, but I want to hear. Give me some feedback, okay? I'd love to hear it, okay? So I'm gonna wrap this up and say my name is Ryan Gretsch. Now I'll see you at the movies next time. Thank you for watching.